What's up, people? Today I'm ranking every single Fortnite season, including the current season, which a lot of people hate. So we'll see where that lands. We also have a ton of other seasons to go over, so stick around. Okay, so this is actually the first season of Battle Royale, and I mean, you can't go wrong with this. This is how Battle Royale started. There was no crossovers, there was no creative, and that was kind of the beauty of it. It was just Fortnite, and everybody was having a good time. Next up, we got the Midas season, and a lot of people like this, but there was also some issues with it because it did last for a very long time. So I don't think it can be S tier, I think it's gonna be A tier. Moving on, we got OG season 3, which was also an A tier season. Season 4, I think season 4 has to go in the B tier if we're being honest. Yeah, season 4 is gonna have to be B tier here. Alright, season 7 with Polar Peak and the Infinity Blade. You know where this is going. I'm just kidding. A lot of people have mixed opinions on this one. Some people say it's F tier, some people say it's S tier. So we're gonna put it right in the middle at B tier. So everybody's happy and everybody's gonna like the video now. Moving on, season 6. I think this was the season where they did Tilted Town and there was no builds in it, and I'm gonna have to put it at mid. Oh my goodness, guys, I forgot. This is the best season ever. And you wanna know why? It's because this is the season when Fortnite came out with the greatest weapon of all time. The most overpowered weapon of all time. The 6-shooter. Nah, in all seriousness, this is the season that came out with the 6-shooter, I think, and the revolver, which are two trash weapons, so it's gonna have to go in mid tier. Fortnite Season 2, can't go wrong with that, solid B tier. I believe this is Season 5, no question about it, Season 5 has to go in A tier. Moving on, we have Season 8. Season 8 was... What was Season 8? Okay, fine, I'll be honest with you guys, even though you're probably gonna click off the video after this, but...
I'm not OG.
Yeah, I know. I started playing in Chapter 2, Season 4. Go ahead and leave your hate comments about how I'm ranking seasons that I've never even experienced. I'm not one of those YouTubers who fakes things, okay? And if I didn't rank the OG seasons, that would be clickbait. Because in the title of this video, it says I'm ranking every season, and I don't do clickbait! Thank you. That was a great explanation. Hopefully I got a couple of you guys to stay to watch the video. I don't care where this is. I'm gonna put it in B. Hopefully you guys agree with this. Alright, we got Season 9. It's also gonna be a B. B's filling up quite fast. Moving on to something I actually know. Fortnite Chapter 2. This is a great season, but wait, guys. I need to have a serious talk with you, okay? This was one of the most awesome seasons ever, but at the same time, the most boring season ever, because it lasted so long. Epic, you never updated it. The loot pool was so generic, which, I mean, it still was great weapons, but there was nothing to mix it up. So, just for that, I'm gonna have to put it in mid. Not because the map was bad or the weapons were bad, it's just that there was no updates and the season lasted forever. Alright, we got Chapter 2, Season 3, which I think Epic did a good job on. The season was short and sweet. It was something new. The only thing that was a little bit annoying was a lot of the map was water, which, I mean, was the whole point of the season. So, I'm gonna have to give this one an A tier W season overall. Alright, now we finally got into the season I started playing Fortnite in. Chapter 2, Season 4, and oh baby! This season is so good that there should be a new tier. I'm not going to make a whole new tier for it, it's just going to be S tier. I'm going to leave it at that. It is probably the best season of all time, hands down. This is one season where Epic just had fun. They made all kinds of fun mythics, the battle pass was great, the map was amazing, there was really nothing wrong with this season in my opinion. But if you think there's something wrong with this season, go ahead and let me know down in the comments, because I want to see what your guys' thoughts and opinions are on this too. Alright, we have Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 5. This is a good season, although it's not gonna make it past B tier. I think that's a solid spot for this. I can't put it in mid, and I can't put it in A tier. It's gonna have to be at B tier. The Mandalorian crossover was super cool. I loved the sniper. The only problem were the IO guards were super annoying to fight. You didn't get a whole lot of loot from that. And if you guys remember, there was a bug with sand tunneling. So we basically only had sand tunneling for about 2 weeks out of the season. Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 6. A lot of people think this is the worst season of all time. And I'm gonna be honest, yeah, the weapons did kind of stink. But listen, I'm never gonna be popular. Hardly anybody watches my videos. And pretty much everybody who watches them doesn't even care. So, since you guys are watching my video right now, you're probably not paying attention. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and slip this up here. Alright, moving on. Chapter 2, Season 7. Invasion. Guys, I'm gonna make a sound and you gotta guess what it is, okay? That's the sound of you getting obliterated by an alien spaceship. Okay, I'm just kidding. This season was really great. I'm gonna have to put it in A tier. It could have been S tier, but there were spaceships. Need I say more? Alright, Chapter 2, Season 8, Cubed. Oh, I also forgot to mention that this is one of the last good live events. I remember playing this one and having a lot of fun. It was a really good event. Okay, moving on. You know how in that cutscene at the end of Chapter 2, Season 7, the spaceship's flying down, and everybody automatically assumed that the map was going to die. They really thought the map was gonna get blown up and everything. But then we open on a Chapter 2 Season 8 that's hardly even touched. It's almost like there was never an alien spaceship in the first place. There was just a couple of ships wrecked into the ground. There wasn't any massive craters. You'd think that a spaceship that size would destroy the island, but no, there was just a couple of holes in the ground. And the season itself wasn't that great either, so I'm gonna have to put it in D tier. That's our first D. Finally, we're actually getting some variety, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. You're welcome. Alright, Fortnite Chapter 3, Season 1. This season, if I'm being completely honest, the vibes in this season went crazy. I have so many good memories of playing this on Christmas break and just having such a good time. This was obviously one of the best seasons of all time, hands down. There will never be anything quite like this again. Alright, moving on to the season where Zero Build was introduced. And while I don't think this season is bad because of Zero Build, I just think this season was bad in general. And I think it's gonna have to be our first E tier. Sure, we got Zero Build, but the season itself was a piece of crap. Next, we got Vibin', which was a really fun season as well. I also have some good memories of this one, and I think the POIs were really cool. All the ideas in this one were really sick. We got Darth Vader, we got a really cool battle pass, but some of the weapons were kind of annoying, so I think I'm gonna put it in B. I don't think it can be any higher than that. Alright, moving on to Chapter 3, Season 4, and a lot of people hated on this season, and I didn't think it was terrible. I think the Chrome could have been a lot better. I did like the idea of the Chrome weapons, but there was also a lot of problems with those because it took you forever to level those things up. I mean, if you wanted to level up one gun from gray to gold, it took about 20 kills. Battle Pass was great, but the story got really confusing here too. And this is another situation where they didn't really change the map a whole lot. They added 1 or 2 POIs. Other than that, it kind of just remained the same. I think it's gonna go in mid. Chapter 4, Season 1. I really want to put this at S tier, but I feel like it has to be A tier. I'm gonna put it high A tier. I feel like the season 1s of every chapter have been some of the best seasons we've gotten. Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 5. They're just such good vibes every time you get a new map. All the boys get back on to play again. It's a fresh map. You can play it for a really long time without getting burnt out. Whenever we get a new chapter, it's just so exciting and such a good time. Next, Chapter 4, Season 2. And for having such a good start, this season just gave the chapter such a bad look. Mega City was supposed to be the biggest POI of all time, but really all it was a bunch of buildings with zip lines to the top. Also, the rail grinding thing got pretty annoying after a while. I mean, sure, it's a lot of movement, but it didn't really feel like Fortnite. And also, whenever I went there, it seemed like it was just deserted and only a couple of bots dropped there. If we're being honest, the main point of a new season is to change the map, right? Well, every new piece of the map in this season was stupid. And for that reason, boys, we got another D tier on our hands. Oh boy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to buckle up. Hold on to your seatbelts. I don't know what I just said. Maybe hold on to your seats, I guess? Yeah, there we go. Hold on to your seats, because this is gonna be wild. This is the single worst season in Fortnite history. I mean, come on, Epic, what were you thinking? Also, once again, every single new POI in this season was stupid. I'm gonna be concise here. This is literally just the butt of Fortnite seasons, okay? The map was trash, the weapons were trash, the bosses were trash, the battle pass was kinda trash. Pretty much everything about this season was trash. Even the mythics and the bosses were absolute trash. So, without any doubt, this is an easy F tier. The worst season in Fortnite history. Moving on, we got Chapter 4, Season 4. After having the worst season possibly in Fortnite history, it was pretty obvious that it would be easy to have a good season, and that's exactly what happened. Epic did a good job on this. I have no complaints. It's gonna be a solid A tier. Moving on to Chapter 5, Season 1. Chapter Chapter 5, Season 1. Oh, man, I can't believe that this was already so long ago. This was an S-tier season, ladies and gentlemen. Such a good season. The map was great. The mythics were great. They introduced medallions. They had tons of bosses, a great battle pass, all new mechanics. It was just such a good season, and I can't stress enough how the first season of every chapter is so good, as you can see with the tier list. I think most of you will agree with me on that one. If you guys have been enjoying the video so far, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it so much. It would really help me out a lot. We got Chapter 5, Season 2. A really good season in my opinion. All the mythics were pretty cool. We actually got to fly for the first time. The map was pretty good, although I think the Olympus biome was a little bit boring after a while, but it was no huge issues. I really think this was a good season, and it has to be a solid B tier. Moving on to Fortnite OG season. Alright, moving on, but just kidding. Like I said before, when the boys are on, that makes a difference. It's so much more fun to play with people than by yourself. All the old streamers were on. It was just so fun to go back and experience OG Fortnite. I really think this is an S tier season. And now that I think about it, I'm gonna have to move the first season of Fortnite up to S tier, because that's when Fortnite was just Fortnite. There was no crossovers, there was no mythics, there was no seasons, there was no battle pass. It was just Fortnite. And that's all players wanted. They just wanted to play Fortnite. Nobody cared about all the extra junk. No little kids were begging their moms to buy V-Bucks with their credit card. It was just simply OG Fortnite. Now that I think about it like that, I would like to apologize for putting it in B tier earlier.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to process a tremendous amount of insane information.
Moving on, we got Season X. As much as I want to put it in F tier for taco time alone, I'm gonna move it up to E tier. I don't think it's as bad as Chapter 4 Season 3. It was pretty bad, but it's not that bad. It was OG Fortnite after all. Alright, now the moment you guys have all been waiting for, it's finally here. Chapter 5, Season 3, Wrecked. For the first time in Fortnite history, I don't think the community could agree on where to put this. The community is completely split on the season. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people don't care. Then there's the people who despise it and probably quit Fortnite because of it. And then there's the pros who also hate it. Of course, the pros hate it because they don't like anything fun. I'm just kidding. I understand why you guys don't want super overpowered weapons, but let me just get this out of the way. This is just my opinion, so if you disagree, then be sure to let me know. But my opinion is that Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 is a great season. I think it is a solid A tier season. And yes, the cars are very annoying, but just go hop in a car yourself or grab some EMPs. It's a great season. Other than Green Bean Boy, the battle pass is a little lacking, but the POIs are all solid. This is one of the first seasons, probably since Chapter 2, that all the POIs that they've added have been some of my favorite POIs. The weapons have all been great. It's just been such a fun time playing this season. But if you disagree, be sure to let me know down in the comments. That's gonna wrap up the video. If you guys did enjoy, then smash that like button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.